Company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. They, well, actually, let me name some things we designed. So I am the inventor of the, or we are the inventor, me and my word, are the inventor of the Supreme 12 ambient light rejection technology, the exotic ambient light rejection 15, that's also Supreme technology, and our technology under the advanced ambient light rejection 17s. All right, so today we're going to paint a fast and easy projection screen on this beat up surface. Now, if your surface has any like deep cracks, really big cracks, or large holes or something like that in the wall, something that you can fix with just going over with some putty. Just all you have to do. If you have anything in there, you just putty it over, sand it over, and you're done. As for priming, no priming is required for 12. So I've been getting a lot of emails on that because people get those confused with the 17s. 17s is a spray-on application that requires priming. 12s do not. None of the 12s and the 15s require any form of priming. So we're going to inspect the surface. To show you the surface we're going to paint it on, which is pretty rough. These are my old surfaces that I have downstairs for doing demonstrations on. Now, if you got something like that, definitely want to take some putty to that. We're just going to roll over top of it. That's it. So anything where your plaster, whatever, may be a little higher up, maybe leaving a bit of a ridge in there that you can feel with your hand, you want to basically putty that. But we're just going to roll over this and be done with it. All right, anything like this, marks like that, or marks like that on the screen, or like that, you don't have to worry about that. You just roll over there to prime, none of that at all whatsoever. All right, so we have 12 right there in the container. There's my same roller that I've been using. I haven't changed out my roller yet. That's my same roller I've been using. I think I might have painted like maybe 11 screens with that already. And all I do is just take it downstairs and wash it out. Haven't had to buy a roller. Haven't had to buy a roller, But eventually I have to change it out. I have to order some new ones, and because I'm going to be working with some other paints, some other products. We're working on that unicorn for the exotic. Also, too, I want to thank the customer who came in last night and put that large order in. Thank you so much. I usually don't like to spend that kind of money on a projector, and people are like, well, Ken, it's only 500 bucks. You have to understand, this technology makes it extremely easy for me to buy projectors. I don't have to go out and spend a lot of money, so I'm not used to spending a lot of money. It's gotten me on that level. I'm not used to going to spend $2,000, $3,000 for a projector, not even $5,000. This is how amazing this product is, where I don't really have to go out and spend a ton of money just to get an amazing picture, because the screen does all the work. And since the screen does all the work, I have the option of going out and buying a $50 projector or $80 projector or $180 projector. I don't have to spend a lot of money. So when I have to call for $500 for a projector, to me, that is expensive. But consider the fact that that projector I was blessed to get yesterday is an extremely expensive projector. As I showed you on Amazon, and they still sell them on Amazon. Even though the projector is discontinued, they still sell them. That projector is near $5,000 without a lens. The lens together, you might be able to get one for $1,500. You may be able to get one for maybe $2,000, $3,000, depending on who's selling and who got it. And it depends on what kind of lens you're picking up. Now, see that big old projector over there? Real quick, off topic. When I see people talking about how they have these knockoff projectors and they're supposed to be 15,000 lumens, 7,000 lumens, 6,000 lumens, 5,000 lumens, do you have any idea how big the size of a 6,000 to 7,000 lumen projector is? They are massive. There are no such thing as projectors of that caliber over there. That's a regular normal size projector. There's no such thing as a projector of that caliber being 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 lumens. That's virtually impossible. You would have to have some serious cooling in that thing to keep that thing nice and cool while you're running that high power lamp in there that's heating up just about everything in there. No way in the world possible. So when I see people saying, hey, look, I bought this projector. I got it for, how much you pay for it? I got it for 150 bucks. I got it for $200. No way in the world. Not even close. I can tell everybody for the door you got a fake. This right here is supposed to be a 15,000 lumen projector. This is a 7,000 lumen CHRISTIE right here. You see the size of this thing? This right here is a 4,300 lumen projector right here. These are considered to be these are venues. These big ones are venues. Now, you can get a projector of that caliber, maybe a little bigger than that, probably when you start reaching the range of, let's see, about 36, 38. Around when you get to 36, 38, that's when they start to cut off. They're not that big. When you start reaching 4,000, 42, 43, 48, you start reaching that range, the size gets bigger on these things. They get really big. When you reach the range of 5,000 lumens, then you have that monster I have sitting upstairs in my gaming room, the CHRISTIE 505. When you reach 6,000 lumens, then they get bigger. They get much bigger. 7,000. That's a 7,000 lumen projector right there. They start coming in road cases. It's called a road case right there. That's what they come inside of, just like this. That's the case my projector sits inside of. Then you talk about some serious money now. But when you see projectors like this telling you this is a 15,000, 4K, whatever, no, that's garbage. That's garbage. There's no way in the world you could ever get a 7 or 10,000 or 15,000 lumen projector and a projector that small. Nope. They're that big. Now the one I just bought is a little smaller than this one. It's the same height, but it's probably about that much shorter. Mine's 6,500 lumens, the one I got coming in. But that's just just to give you a little idea that next time you see one of those projectors and they're claiming to be 4,000 and 5,000 lumens, nope. 5,000 lumen projectors are up, and they're huge. They're massively huge projectors. Nope, no way in the world. Ain't gonna happen. That projector right there couldn't even generate to hit 50. But anyway, let's move on from there. But yeah, blessing from my Lord and Savior, because I was blessed to win the bid, and there was some people in there dropping. They weren't dropping dollars, and they were like, oh, I want to drop $1 or $2. They were dropping $50, $60, $90. They were trying to grab that projector, and I knew what that projector was worth. Lord blessed me going there, get the projector, win my bid. And then I only paid at $502, including shipping. But, you know, to me, that's a lot of money. Even though I have the money, if I wanted to go spend the money for a $10,000 projector, I have the money to pay for it. But I'm not paying 10 grand for a projector, especially when I know my technology does all the work. And I don't have to spend that kind of money to begin with. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's the beautiful thing about this technology. Don't got to spend a lot. All right, so let's paint this on. Be done with it. I had to set up this section on my page. I just haven't had time to do it on my web page. And it's a section I want to put up there where I do business with a lot of the merchants I do on eBay, and put the links up there on this page so people can go in there and they can buy projectors right off the link. It'll direct them right directly to their site. So that's what we're going to be set up on the website, because I buy and do a lot of unboxing, and I get people always constantly asking me where to get the link from. Movie chairs, popcorn machines, even those red velvet ropes. You want them, I know where to get them at. All right, so let's drop some of this on here. Usually some people get a painter's pan. I'm going to show you. Let me show you how to build, real quick, how to build a painter's pan out of a box. A simple box. How to build your own. We're going to do this real fast. So I'm show you how to build a painter's pan out of a box. Painter's pans usually, they're cheap and anything, but I mean, if you don't have one, say you bought one and you don't have one, you say you don't have one in the house, period. I'm going to show you how to build a fast one out of a box. So getting one large boxes, usually I prefer to have a large box than a medium-sized box, but it has to be something with a roll that's going to fit in there. So we'll do this one right here. I do these all the time. It's nice if you got some frog tape to do it. Get them guys a little bit. This is why I need to get one of those, the bendies, the ones that bend. Let me see. I'll show you how to build. And I do these all the time when I'm working in the house. That's not tight the way I want it. Why is this so loose? Oh, my latcher's not even hooked up. All right, let me see if I can get you guys in there. Put something up there so you don't fall over. chances are in my world, you're definitely gonna fall over. All right? All right, I'll lean this like this, like so. So I'll show you how to do it. So it's really easy. Regular shipping box. Just wanna make sure you got something that the roller can go inside of, but I guess we'll do it this way, right? I'll show you how if you don't have the paint pan laying around, you don't feel like going to Lowe's or Home Depot, you don't want to order one, you can make your own with shipping box. Pop in like so. And I'll use this one in the demonstration. Make sure you want to get all your areas where whoopsie, sorry about that. Eventually it didn't want to act right for me. Here we go. Hopefully that stays. Get my knife. You want to make sure you get all your areas that paint can seep out. I like to use frog tape because frog tape, once you put frog tape on something, it seals. It is not going to come out. You get this. Areas like so. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is the top part. Just about it, or you can just do it this way. You can just take a piece of tape and just go down the center like that. That's a faster way to do it. Make sure you just get your edges. Now what you want to do is, the inside of this, those tabs in there, you want to basically tape those down. But before you do that, you want to take your knife and you just want to cut here. Get my area. Here we go. Cut right here. So you're just cutting corners here and here. Fold it out like so. All right. Take or bend it behind it. And all you want to do is just tape all that down. Tape this part down right here. And then inside the box, you just want to tape these down. These are all ideas that I get from God. That gives you amazing ideas. I couldn't find any paint pans, and I was like, oh, I got one paint pan. I used to have a bunch of them laying around. And there you go. So there's a simple paint pan right there. Right there. Just buy out of a shipping box. And just make sure you get those corners right here so you don't have paint seep out. Throw the whole box away. So this is my paint pan I'm going to use for today. And that's it. Gotta show you amazing things. I'm telling you, amazing things. I'm gonna pour my paint right there. Just drop some right in there. My roller is big enough to fit in there. No problem. Pour my paint in here. It's not going anywhere. And just take my roller. This will allow you to step on if you want to step on the edge of it. Put that with your roller. Our roller's a little stiff. There we go. Now the reason why you might want to tape up the whole entire thing, I tape up the whole entire thing inside. Because that way none of the paint seeps into the cardboard. You don't lose any of your paint. And there you go. My paint pan right there. That's when people tell me that they don't have enough paint left over. I get this from time to time. And this is what I find baffling. Or I have a customer sometimes contact me and say, hey, look, I don't have enough paint to cover the entire screen. Now you just see me just do that screen from that little bit of paint that I just put inside of my makeshift paint pan. It's all the paint I had in there. Not even enough to drip down. Just a little bit in there. And I was able to cover that right there with no problem. Let's see if you can see from the side my paint pan, my paint. One of these over here a little bit. So that way you can see my paint pan here. I'm using it. Let me see if you can see it. There you go. That's my paint pan, my cardboard paint pan. It cost me nothing to make. And like I said, I bought my squeaky roller. I like this squeaky roller. It does actually quite well. I'm gonna take a little bit more paint. I'm going to use our paint pan today. This is my cardboard paint pan today. Paint there. Grab on the tip of that. That's what I have in the cardboard when I bring it out because it allows me to put my foot there and rest it. There we go. I'm not saying all customers. Just some customers. From time to time you get them. Everybody gets those customers from time to time. Sorry, but it is what it is. I'm like, how in the world do you not have enough paint? You do know, and just to add real quick, when people ask me, how do I know how much paint it takes to paint a screen? You have to do it quart by quart. That's how I know. Anytime I paint a screen for the first time, I do it quart by quart. That lets me know exactly how many quarts it takes to paint that screen. That's how I know. So all that information, everything I'm telling you, what I know and what I do, comes from God. Everything. To tell you how amazing my Lord is, and some people don't want to hear it in the morning, like I don't want to hear it in the morning. Well, if you woke up this morning, you can hear what I'm saying, then you're having a good day because God let you wake up. Take that as a good thing. When I was talking about that projector I spent that money for, really didn't want to spend that money. But the next day I got up, the Lord blessed me, the money was right back in my account. Got a few words, I came in last night. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you for my customers for the blessing and support. The money went right back in my account. That's how amazing God is. God knows what you need before you need it. He knows what you want before you want it. And if it was meant for you to have, you will have it. If it's not, then it was not meant to be. Don't fight it. I had to learn that the hard way. Don't fight it. If it's not meant for you to have, it's not going to have. It's something there if it's not meant for you to have. That is a way of protection. Something don't work out, I don't follow through on it. To a certain degree, if he tells me, nah, don't bother with that. Don't go down that road. I have companies that will contact me and say, hey, look, they'll give me all these persuasions to try to sweeten the pot to get me to sign a contract. And I'm like, I'm not really interested. You know? We get you commercials, radio time, all this stuff. I'm not interested. Because when the Lord is your business partner, he's going to make sure you have what you need. Yeah. You don't have to worry about somebody, a wolf in sheep's clothing. I met many of those in business. Wolves in sheep's clothing. Now, when I was telling you about the screen, if you have any large gashes in your wall, like this is styrofoam. This is all made out of styrofoam. But if you have gashes in your wall like this comes from the surface being uneven. This is an easy fix. Basic putty and sanding, that's it. And that will clean it up real nice. So once this dries, I do have putty downstairs in my kitchen drawer, kitchen cabinet, and we'll putty and go over the screen again. But yeah, if you have something like this, this is something you definitely want to be able to sand over. Now the tape marks, that's because this is actual 4 different squares styrofoam all taped together. But usually, if you're using some drywall tape, people always have the wall already prepped. You won't see any of that to begin with. And look, no sparkles. No sparkles. No sparkles in my product. That was way back when I first started it off. Yeah, it went way back. I told you when we first developed, I told you the ingredients for digital and crystal screen paint. There's glitter in it. Extra fine glitter. That's what's in it. You go back to my old videos, you will see that. My newer stuff, no, we don't use that stuff anymore. That's when I first started out. All right, let's get our screen up on our styrofoam. You know the other side of this screen is red. This is screen paint. Yes, it is. All right, so first things first, let me make some room here because we didn't make any room at all. Just get that over there like so. Get our screen over here like this way. All right. Yeah. All right, cool. We'll get me a fan. Now, as for my makeshift paint pan over here, which I'm done with, I'll roll her out right here. Now, this was fantastic because if you have any drop cloth or gloves or anything you've been using, just throw all that stuff in there. Just come in here and collapse the box. And there you go. Disposable, cheap, free paint pan. See how amazing God is? I don't give myself the credit to that. I give God the credit because God's the one who gave me the idea on how to do it. I get people talking about, all you talk about is God, 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 God. It's interesting that no one thinks about him, like I said, until one of those wings pop off an airplane. Then you're thinking. Then you start praying. Then you start making promises. Oh, it gets real then. It gets really real then. Happens to all of us. Let me tell you something. There are days where I know I do things that I don't walk the right way with God. And some Christians aren't going to admit that because they want to come off as perfect. But there are days where I just don't walk the right way. There are days when I know I'm not doing enough. You ever heard the term of a lazy Christian? Lazy Christian is a person who does not preach or doesn't want to talk about God. I was becoming that person that wouldn't talk about God at all, period. Lazy as can be. But when I get them days where my lungs start acting up and I can't breathe, and I feel that this is going to be the day that I meet God, I start thinking about I could do more to be a better Christian, to him, to serve him better. And that lets me know that I'm not doing enough. Okay, we're gonna dry our screen, get our screen nice and dry. Get that done. I'll start messing around my 3D printer, not 3D printer, my 3D, my mapping equipment, because I have been playing around with that for a while. Let's fire up our projector. This time I do have the remote controls on hand, which are fantastic, because usually I never have the remote controls on hand. Put my hat on here. Oh, man. All right. Oh, I forgot, remote controls. Let me bring it down some. Oh, we got this thing way out. Oh yeah, we got on the 90 inch, that's why. Something 90 inch. There we go. Get you up nice and close. Let's screen. And if you're saying, Ken, that's a small screen, you need a bigger screen, bam! There's one right there. We got one upstairs, 135 upstairs. I got two of them, actually one in the room and the other room upstairs. And I got one actually at 12 painted on the motorized projector screen. So we got them all through the house. Even the 235.1, even got one sitting outside. There you go. And that dirty, ugly, disgusting surface, we were able to paint that in no time at all. That's why the 12 sell so fast. Don't get me wrong, the Limited Black sells too, but keep in mind, that's a professional kit. It does require some instructions. It does have that front and rear. People like it because it has, well, few people have been buying it up because they like that front and rear black technology you can see right through the screen. 12s don't have that capability. But like I said, you want a nice black screen, no priming, just paint it, be done with it, fast, quick. This is where 12s come in at. We don't need to use the fan anymore. It's not all the way dry, but it's not going to really affect the screen at all from what I'm seeing right now. I've painted these things in so many times. All right. So let's get from there. Let's go pull something up. Menu. Oh, where's watching football? Yes, I remember he's watching the for the Eagles screen. We get those some football highlights on here right from the door. And keep in mind, like I said, a lot of people were jealous over 12s, and I'll tell you why. 12s is one of our screens that got hit on the most for people trying to slander it and try to say that the screen was so dark it wouldn't come up because they were extremely jealous over that technology. And interesting, I can paint this thing live in no time at all and show you a screen right there in no time. Even the ceiling's painted with 12. When you see me take that little projector and throw it up in front of on the screen, the ceilings are all 12s. Well, this ceiling is 12. The gaming room is 12 too. Unnecessary roughness. How do you get unnecessary roughness in football? I don't understand that. I mean, I could see if somebody stepped on you or something. I don't understand. Let's see. Let's go search. Let's go over to, let me see, we'll go search. Just grab one of these demonstrations right here. Isn't that interesting? How 12 can be painted in that fast. It's still wet. When they're wet, they're dark, which means that screen's going to get brighter than that. And that screen can produce such a bright, beautiful image. You know why? Because it has code embedded in it. That's why. Not a lot, but enough of it to do what it needs to do. That's why we knew all those little campaigns about other people out there trying to portray 12s as being this, that, and the other. No, we know that already. God knows it. And keep in mind, as I told you before, all my ideas come from my Lord and Savior, including the 12. Which means if someone tries to slander it, trash it, or destroy it, then you're coming against God. You're coming against the blessing that He's given to me. And you will not win. Whether you believe that or not. Every Friday or Saturday, my table is always stacked with more 12s. And through all the campaigning that other people are trying to do to take down a 12, it was all for nothing. It still continues to sell. And until I discontinue it, it will continue to sell, which I'm never going to discontinue. I love the 12s. Cup of hot tea. Let's get some other bright colors up here real quick. I'm going to be doing some demonstrations on the green screen, which that's a nickname I'm giving it, the green screen on gaming, because I got my PS4 down here. I'm going to see what that looks like on that screen. That screen will be launching officially, will be ready to go on Monday or Tuesday, somewhere around that area. Wait. Day is Tuesday. Oh, sorry about that. It'll be somewhere around Wednesday or Thursday. We'll have it available. Let that run for a minute. God just gave me something in my head. We'll do this right now. Always giving me interesting ideas. Ken, I want you to do this for me. I'm gonna do this for you. Let me see. That one's there. Where's the other one? We got another one that should be in the kitchen. That one run and play. And we'll see if we can track down the one for my kitchen. Here. Nope. Let go. There. All right, let's get extension cord for that one because I kind of some matching on that one. I go to the extension cord. Right, had to go get extension cord. This cord was a little too short. Okay. I just have to remember which one's which when I'm doing this one. Get the fan out of here. Like so. Let's fire this one up. I gotta clean my filter too on my little SONY projector. Alright. So let's remember which one's which, so we don't lose any of the remote controls in here. That's not that one. That goes to this one. Where did I just stick the other? Alright, in the kitchen is messing up. In the kitchen. Right. We keep track of these. This one's gonna go here. This one's gonna go there. Alright. Just trying to keep track of these remote controls. Just passing through, because this is an hour-long video. Just to let you know, this one right here is an hour-long video. So it is going to take a while to go through all that. So I'm just going picking through. Alright, let me see. This one goes to this one. Projector to sit right, to be nice and reveal. Let's see if I can zoom out. Yeah, oh, it is over here. Okay, cool. All right. All right. It's not responding right. I have that all about. YouTube. Thank you. All right, so what I'm doing here is behind you, I am running two projectors at the same time. On the same form of technology. So here I have it on my 1000 lumen projector right there. On there, it's my 1000 lumen projector firing off right now. Same screen paint because this is a 12 also too. And then right over here I'm running it on the 43, the one we just painted. So that way you can see my larger screen, which I have here, and you can see the smaller screen, which I just painted a few minutes ago. If anyone's curious to see it on a larger scale, using a much lower end projector at only 1000 lumens, 600 by 800 res, 720p. And that one over there is a 4300 lumen projector at around 1920 by 1200. See, that's the whole purpose of the technology. That's why I told you I don't have to go out and spend a lot of money when it comes to my projectors because the screen does all the work. And that's why I was like, God, I spent $500 for this projector. Like, I really don't want to spend this money. And Laura said, go ahead and buy it. Just buy the projector, which I did. And blessed to get the money right back on the account. But I'm used to spending for cheaper projectors. I don't have to go out through all that. Now, both of these projectors, one right here cost me $75. The one here cost me $75. This one cost me $230. I have people telling me, well, I got to spend this for the projector because I need. I mean, you got certain perks on there that you want to go and you want to invest in. I mean, I can understand that. But, you know, if you're budgeting, you really don't have to spend that money like that if you don't want to. Look at the white levels on the black technology. Look at it over here. Like I said, I don't have to spend that kind of money. Shoot, $500. I could have went out and brought me like 4 projectors. I literally could have bought 4 projectors. $500. That's playing through there. See how the white levels are? Fully lit environment. Both screens are being hit. Same amount of light. There's the angle gain right there. I will pick up on my projector at 1000 lumens. They're both the same technology. They're both 12s. This is what I'm talking about. When you see demonstrations, like I said, you need to see the minimum of what you can use on that screen paint, and you need to see Oh, actually, once you show the minimum, pretty much anything else over top that's going to run with no problem. So I'm going to show you on a portable, outdated 1999 600 by 800 SVGA 1000 lumen projector on a black screen. And then if you were to upgrade to a better projector, I mean, you could just go out and get yourself a used 1080p projector, which I have over here. 230 bucks. $75, $230. And you got people going out and spending a good maybe $1,500, $3,000, $4,000 for a projector. Just to come home, throw it up on their screen, and they have to go through calibrating. They can't pull contrast, they can't pull proper colors, and the screen probably doesn't even come close to matching any of the newer technology out there, or probably can't even do a versus by that. Look at that. That's a contrast level coming off a projector that has 0% contrast capabilities. And like I said, there's no point in going out and getting a projector that has a 20,000 to 1, 10,000 to 1, or whatever contrast you think you may be seeing, because you're not going to see it. And if your contrast isn't coming up correctly, your colors are not coming up either. You may pick up your white levels. That'll definitely happen, but you're not picking up contrast, and you're definitely not picking up color. Definitely get my money's worth when I buy my projectors. Now, mind you, if this thing looks like this on a projector 43, imagine what it looks like if it's being hit with a projector of 65. That's why companies are interested, because they really don't have to spend that kind of money, especially for the thing I just bought yesterday. Because they could do it off one of these projectors right here that would cost them nothing. And then go get a bunch of used ones that would cost them 230 bucks. And just imagine if you had a board meeting at your office, which I'm pretty sure they don't have them anymore now. I don't know if they have them now soon or not. But you have a board meeting, you can have that projector right there, and you could do a board meeting spreadsheet, whatever you want, in a fully lit environment, and your screen is not going to wash out. And that's the screen over there we just painted on that dirty surface. That dirty, trashy surface, that's our image. Kiss the screen. I gotta recoat this one. I don't know what I'm gonna actually, this is gonna stay at 12. So as I said before, you know, the only campaign they have is the screen has to come up too dark where you can't see it. Well, we got 1,000 lumens and we got 43, which also shows you too, the gain on a 12 is literally so high. And it's a good, it's like I said, for a black screen, that the fact that you got one projector that's produced in 1,000 here and one at 43. both screens are bright. Which shows you the screen's gain capability. So it's designed to absorb the light around it. Only show the image from the projectors. The same kind of technology that we use in the 17. 17's light can't pass through the screens. It can barely pass through that screen. But if you push a projector through it, the image can come right out to one and out the other. For a minute on this angle. And I'll show you where my projector is sitting. Plenty of light in the environment. See how bright that white level is? That's why I said that. People had no choice, especially if you're developing product. You see a screen that's producing an image. I know they saw the image when they first got it. I know they saw it. They had to. So that's what I love about the 12. The 12 received so much hate from individuals that were jealous over it. The screen had to be good, and that's why customers were buying it up. Because for good gracious, for somebody to hate on that technology that much, something has got to be interesting about it. Because your demonstrations are showing one thing, and they're trying to show another thing, and they were buying it up. 12s, out of the time I think when I developed them, only had 2 returns. That's it. When people hate on something that much, that means at the end of the day, it's got to be a threat. But every time I do demonstrations, like I said, I always do them in a way where they're going to be different from anybody else on the internet. You go search the internet, see how many people are doing it. Now, people may try to copy my demonstrations and try to do the same thing, but like I said, I'm always going to be the one to come up with it first because God is the one that gave me the idea to do it. Just now, when you saw me setting up behind you, Lord was telling me, take the smaller projector out, hit the screen with this one, so that way, when they see the screen here, they can't say, well, you're using a 4300 lumen projector, and that's why the screen looks so good. So I want you to take this projector at 1000 lumens, and I want you to hit this screen over here, which is a 12, so that way they can see the screen reacting on 1000 lumen and 43 at the same time. See how amazing God is? All right, you caught a commercial somewhere. Who got the commercial? Oh, this one got the commercial. Kai. Nope, wrong one. Right one. There we go. Just want to get these mixed up. Now, look at this real quick. She's running down the beach. This is supposed to be a screen, like I said. It's supposed to be so dark. And that's only a 1000 lumen projector. That's from the portable. Look how beautiful the color is on that. So you could upgrade. If you don't want to do 720p, you can upgrade to a basic cheap 1080p projector. You want to go down that road, or just keep it at 720p. And this right here is an old 720p compared to some 720ps I have in here. That one right there is a newer model 720p. Nope, don't not spend a lot of money. If this projector right here did a 16:9 on it, if it did 69, oh yeah, I would set it up in here. If I didn't have the 235.1, I would use this projector right there. It's small, it's tiny, I can set it up on something. That's it. Look at the picture quality I'm getting off of it, and the lights are on. That would be absolutely perfect. Let's go do something. Let me see. So let's see if we can get. Just because it's 40, still pulls up. See that? White levels, contrast, still pulls at 1,000 lumens. Now, one of the things that behind 12s, which some people were trying to slander when it came to the technology, was that the reason why the screen was able to pull such a high white level was due to the fact that maybe the screen was dark gray. Well, we know the screen is not dark gray. It connects to a platinum eclipse. The other one was that we were using very high-end projectors with high lumen counts, and that was triggering off the white levels. So it's not that. Then it was camera tricks. That was debunked because I actually recorded myself actually recording live. I had 2 live streams going at the same time. One live stream recording my recording as I was actually going through my camera settings and showing everybody live. That's not it. I call it God's technology. That's a beautiful way of putting it too. Yeah, God's technology. That's how it's done. Let's see, I don't get these remote controls mixed up, which one's which. That's that one. We're gonna go to this one. Take that a little bit over that one. And this one, we'll change this out to Isn't that interesting? All that effort for nothing. Devil does not win. Doesn't. Loses every time. The minute I mention the word devil, Mr. Curtis pops into the room. Curtis, I did debunk. The 12s were supposed to be so dark that you can't see them. I just painted this screen in here. This is 1,000 lumen right here, producing a nice bright image. So if the 12s are so dark and you can't see them, how come we can see them right here? Unless I've got magical powers, that's the only way you can manipulate real time. So unless you're admitting that I have magical capabilities, that I can come in here and I can manipulate real time, that's the only way. This is a live demonstration. And I just painted the screen in. Go back and rewind. Now, the theory behind 12s are supposed to be so dark you can't see them. And yet I got two projectors running at the same time, 143, 1,000. And you're seeing the screens crystal clear run on both screens at the same time in a fully lit environment. So if I'm not debunking anything, you tell me why the screen's not so dark you can't see it. Because I'm pretty sure we can all see it crystal clear. And I'll show you how far my projectors sit back from my screen. That's supposed to be the theory behind black screens. They're so dark you can't see them. And yet I use more ambient light in my environment than most of the naysayers or hobby makers who make products, or even people make professional screens. The demonstrations I put my technology through, y'all don't do it. I can show you in any one of my demonstrations. You'll watch me sit there, take that screen, paint it, throw it up against the wall, dry it right in front of you, test it against certified projection screens, swap out projectors left and right, alter short throw. We do the low lumen demonstrations at 1,500 lumens to around 1,000 lumens, 13 feet back. We pull the projector back to 20 feet back on a portable 1,000 lumen projector, and I can show you a star field outside at 13 feet. You don't do any of our demonstrations. There you go. Just like the demonstration I'm doing right now. I'm showing you a 1,000 lumen projector, and I'm showing you a 1080p projector at 43. I can take that projector and I can move it from this screen to that screen, and I can throw it up on my ceiling with my lights on, and that screen will still produce at a star field. No problem. I can take my black silver screen, which is a gray screen, and I can show you the difference between that screen and 3 other certified gray screens when it comes to color contrast levels and the star field. And the reason why they gripe on me saying the star field all the time, because that's the one screen, demonstration that plagues them the most. If they tried to attempt to do a star field, you know what would happen? The screen would automatically turn a tannish color and it would fade out. Yet black silvers can do that. And that's a gray screen. All right, so we're going to take this one right over here. I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to change it out to something over here. Are you mad at me more? You mad at God more? Or you mad at me more? Which one is it? Got to be both. I'm going to play that one right there. Because my knowledge comes from God. So you got to be mad at them too. Let me see. I'm gonna do this one right here for this one. We'll do the and I'm gonna go over here and get this one right here. Let's see. Make sure I got the remote controls right. Okay, that's this one. So I got wrong hand, wrong hand. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do on this one. I'm gonna do if I got the right one because I got two remote controls. They're both the same. LG snow demonstration, snowboarding, just a snowboarding. I don't know if I butchered the daylights out of that one or what. All right, so we'll run that one right there. LG snow demonstration. LG snowboarding demonstration. That's the cool thing about these things. You can't, if you voice on one, it doesn't disrupt the other one. There you go. Now mind you, this screen right here, 12, was painted and dried live. This is why my Lord gives me these ideas, because I know people like that will come into the channel and try to challenge it. Because the first thing I said, they'll come out of their mouth as well. If I didn't have this projector set up here right now on this screen, the first thing I would have got was, well, you're using a 4300 lumen projector. That's the reason why the image is coming up so bright. And that's why I said when God gives you knowledge, it's amazing, because right there and then when I was setting this up, the Lord said, go get that other projector, hit the other screen over here, do the 1000 lumen over here. Because he knows what you're going to do before you do it. So you can't come in and say, oh, because the projector's 4300 lumens, that's the reason why the image is coming so bright, because we got another one playing over here, that's 1000. Yeah, you got to make that decision at the end of the day. Who are you mad at, me or God? Which one is it? Is it just both? You just hate us both. All right, let me see. I'm gonna grab this from here. Let's go over and let's get something. Let me see. There you go. If you go to the front of my page, you first come in my intro page, that's a Supreme 8 being painted on outside versus a gray screen and a white screen. It's an outside paint-on demonstration live. That one I haven't seen done yet. And that was an 8. That's the one I wish we could have continued to make, but like I said, certain elements that made the 8 became obsolete when COVID hit, so it was discontinued and the 12 took its place. Let me see which one we got on this one. That's that one. Let's go grab this one right here. So this guy called Mr. Curtis or whatever goes back and comes back with another account with Mr. Curtis too. That's really sad. So you know what you got to go through and make a YouTube account, right? You got to make a new Google email, and then after that you have to, if you already have an email that Google's familiar with, you have to go in and make another email through Hotmail, whatever you may be going through, and then put that email in there to, set it up, and then go and set up the YouTube account. So he went through all that to come back into the channel to send me a bunch of caps just to get blocked again. That's kind of sad. That's what I'm talking about. The 12s are the most popular, but like I said, they are, a lot of people are people that do the hobbies and stuff like that, or the companies, they're jealous of the 12. That was an amazing screen paint. And he went through all that just to come in here, just to get blocked within less than a minute. With them, the hobbyists, they're constantly emailing me with challenges. And as I said before, we got products here we made in 20 minutes. I got that brown screen paint. We got a plum, purple. We got the green screen in the next room. We got a tan screen downstairs. We got a caramel screen. We got these different color screens that we designed. Then I had the challenges for the outside, which is that Ambulite game we're testing, the one that took the direct hit from the sun. We have demonstration challenges way back from 2019, and they have never met any of these challenges, but yet they keep coming in with these, we want you to challenge this, that, and the other. I don't pay you any mind. When you make a product in 20 minutes and it passes all the same tests on the same day, then let me know. And this is not a product where it's a gray screen or a traditional screen. It is a purple or green or something weird, when it comes to those colors. Got to be to produce that bone white level on a screen that the surface is a odd color. Because what happens is if you do paint your screen green and you do try to reflect anything white off of it or any kind of color, it's going to have a tint of green throughout the entire screen. It's the equivalent if you wear sunglasses. Oh, look at that right there. Hold on. There you go. Look at the white levels on it. That's the 1,000 lumen projector right there, the 720p 1,000 lumen projector. Because like I said, one of the theories they tried to push on 12s were, it has to be that 4,300 lumen projector. I think the time I was using Sony VPLs. So it has to be that projector right there that's doing it. That's 1,000 lumens, and look at the white level on that, 1,000 lumens. No, that's nothing to do with that. It's coding. That's what it does.
John's parts department is doing well. Very well.
Some of you are saying, well, no, Ken, that's impossible. It can't be coding. That clearly has to be what I think it is. Well, the opposite side of that screen is burgundy red, right? Yeah, there's technology behind the back of that screen that's burgundy red. That is a 15. That's a 15 using 100% coding capability technology embedded into it. That screams burgundy red. 12s have code in them to allow them to produce higher white levels. You got a little bit of it, not a lot. 15s have 100%. 17s have 100%. I got a green screen over there in the next room over there, and I got a blue screen right over there. Isn't that interesting? It can read white levels, even though the screen is red. And that's one of the challenges I gave y'all. To be able to make a red projection screen and have it produce a white level. That's 15 technology right there. That's a technology I developed for fun. It'll never be launched, never. It'll sit downstairs on the shelf forever. It was done for fun. There is a video of this screen where I actually show a snowstorm, and when I paint the screen in, you can see where the snow is red. When the fan hits it, the screen dries white. I'll put that link at the bottom. You have to see that. That shows the code activating as the screen starts to dry, right in front of your eyes. So, like I said, before you start giving me challenges, complete one, at least one of my challenges. Because I guarantee you, that bar is extremely high. There's a green screen right there, a green projection screen right there. See this right here? That is a screen painter right there. That's good. And can produce a white level, which I'll be showing in my next demonstration. We're going to do some gaming off that screen. See, I can change if I want the color of my screen. God tells me, hey, look, this is the color you're going to have today. I can do that. I can change my color of my screens. You know why? Because I have a code that I can drop into my screens, and I can change the color, and the screen will read. These screens can read color. Without calibrating and none of that, they can actually read color. Not only can they read color, but to show you how advanced they are, the minute the screen is developed, it is tested against 3 certified screens live. Keep in mind that when I give out these challenges to these particular naysayers, every last video has to be done live, and they have to be within right back to back. Or they have to complete all the demonstrations in one video, and then the last video they're allowed to complete is the outside. They have to do that between, and I think these activated around 4:51 in the evening at 13 feet back at 1,000 lumens, and we're able to pull star fields outside. So if you're having a problem with me asking you to pull a star field inside, then the outside has to be virtually impossible for you if you can't do it inside. There you go, 1,000 lumen projector right there. Burgundy red projection screen right there. So before you start talking about challenges, like I said, in one of my demonstrations, God had me make 3 screen paints on the same day. Plum, caramel, and army green were all made on the same day. All 3 screens were painted live. All 3 screens passed a 3-screen certified, which means the screens they were going against were certified name brand screens, and they passed them. The 17s were developed in 1 hour. 1 hour to develop a 17, and the 17s all passed 11 screen certifies. So, like I said, don't be surprised if I'm not interested, because I'm not interested. It's not because I fear your challenges, because at the end of the day, I just don't care. Because like I said, if you haven't met any of mine, there's no point in talking. There's plenty of room at the bottom down here in the comment section. You can place your link down there, and you can basically back it up. Other than that, you have nothing to say to me at all. That's like when I sit there and I talk to companies, and companies are talking about the latest screen they have, I already know what the technology they're using from the door. It's the same thing. It's that same reflective kind of material. They use the same thing. I don't know why. And it's very expensive, but I don't know why. All right, let's get something else as we're going through all of this. I'm going to grab this video for this one. And I'm going to allow this one to continue to play over here. Wait, have I got this on burgundy or black? Make sure we got this right. Yeah, wait. No, yeah. This is burgundy. This is black. Which one's which? Got two screens on that screen. So that's the black screen we just painted. And this right here is the R12, which is another black screen. Right there. So we'll continue that one on. And like I said, I already know the campaign behind the black that was trying to be pushed out there, that the screen was so dark you couldn't see it. That was, now they're always bothered by something, but I don't know. Like I said, if you got that much time in your day to set up two YouTube accounts to come in here and bug me or try to carry on or try to, I don't know what you're trying to do, then that's time you can be doing something positive with your life. Keep in mind, I set my channel up for adults only. So this is a grown man or a grown woman that's doing this. And that's sad. You should have something better to do in your day. Or for somebody else than to come in here and act like that. But keep in mind, when you direct your, I don't know, your nasty comments or whatever it may be, that stuff doesn't bother me. That's water off a duck's back. That doesn't bother me one bit whatsoever. You insult me, you insult my Lord and Savior. That's the way I see it. He's the one that gives me the ideas to be able to make these beautiful screens. I give him the credit for everything that I do. I give him the glory for everything I do. So when you come at me, you come at him. Think about that one. I gotta buy some Bitcoins. I have a few people who bought Bitcoins. I was like, Bitcoins, like, really? You gotta buy a few of those. I might buy some Bitcoins. I have a friend of mine, she is an investor. She makes really good money. I have to talk to her about a few things. And she's really good with those Bitcoins. I don't know. She's really good at it. Really, really, really good at it. She's making some serious money. I'm gonna have to talk to her. All right, so we're going to be doing some gaming off the green screen. I'm actually going to be doing, so the green screen we already have. We're going to, the blue is going to be changed. As I said, we're going to be taking the 17 blue and removing it. It's going to be converted to a 15. I want to make that back to the, I want to make that part of the exotic lineup. But we are going to change the color on the blue. It's going to be like a kind of a PS kind of blue color to it. So we're probably going to run all those tests again, back to back again too also. That we're gonna have to do. Oh, let me get this real quick before I get out of here. Let's do over here. Let's take this one out. And let's bring up, let's see. Let's bring in both simultaneously at the same time. Pull that off. Pretty close. So we got 1,000 lumens here, 720p, 600 by 800 res SVGA. And over here, this big boy screen, we have the 4300 lumens, 1920 by 1200 WXGA. 1920 by 1200. Now, like I said, the theory behind 12s were supposed to be they were so dark you couldn't see the screen, and that maybe the high-powered 4300 lumens or 5200 lumen projectors we were using in demonstrations had something to do with the screen having the ability to produce such a high-end white and bright image. Well, like I said, 1000 lumens, 4300 lumens, 720p, 1080p, WXGA, SVGA. 600 by 800 res, 1920 by 1200. Now, that just came from individuals mixing black paint into the product and just trying to slander the technology. But like I said, this is God's work. He gives me the ability to be able to do this. I'm blessed to get up every morning and design some of the amazing things He allows me to do. So like I said, at the end of the day, the product will still prevail. Now, today, hopefully, if I have time, once we get the green screen done, I can start working on the unicorn paint. I'm like dead serious when I'm talking about the unicorn paint. If people are like, you're making unicorn paint? Like, yep. Part of the exotic collection. So exotic collection is just going to have strange colors and weird names. As you can see, the color on the CHRISTIE is amazing. It is. Color on CHRISTIEs are amazing. You're going to get a good picture quality from the low-end projector. It's about the lowest you can get, right? But if you want to upgrade, you can just upgrade by just buying a used basic 1080p projector or 720p projector. That's a lot more of a newer model than this one. Mind you, this one was discontinued. I think this was discontinued in 2012. This was discontinued in 1999. Difference in the gap of technology. And this one's so old, it can only do 4.3. That's it. So this gives you an idea when you're shopping for a projector. This is the lowest you can go and still maintain a beautiful image without the image washing out or fading or colors and all that stuff going bland on you in a fully lit environment. And if you want an upgrade, you don't got to spend a lot of money. Just go out and buy yourself a used 1080p projector or 720p, a better version of a 720p. Because I've done the side-by-sides already. You already seen them. I did side-by-sides with CHRISTIE 505s, big boy projectors versus projectors of 600, 800 res. You know, like low-end crappy projectors. You really couldn't tell one from the other. This is what I mean. When you look at demonstrations, when you're shopping to get the best out of your projector, this is what you need to see. Not someone just using a high-end projector 24/7 to just show off his product. You have to be to see what is the low end of this, okay? If you don't have that projector, so you don't have that expensive projector, what happens if you use it with your projector? What kind of picture quality are you going to be able to achieve? Anything you have is going to be better than this, just to let you know. And look at the image. Guarantee the projector you have in your house is better than that. Unless it's a knockoff. But other than that, if it's not a knockoff, I guarantee it's better than that. And that's a portable at that. It's a portable projector. So 720p, 1080p. And we're doing it side by side right now as we talk. I didn't think about that either. The whole entire time I'm talking about I do side by sides. I'm actually doing it side by side right now. Well, didn't even think about that. So wait a minute, aren't you doing it side by side now? Oh, and just to let you know how amazing the converters are, the ones I use on my demonstrations, this is using a converter. There's no HDMIs on these. You have to use a converter. So that's a converter, and this one is running straight HDMI out of the back of it. That's how good the converters are. That's why I love to use these particular converters. You don't have to use any kind of signal loss at all whatsoever. And we just ran this one back already. All right, paused it here. See, the beautiful thing about the 12s is the fact that 12s not only can produce high white levels, but also too, 12s can produce contrast levels that other screens will never be able to pick up. We don't have that ability to pull that black level. 12s are black. All right, so let's get ready off topic. We're going to, this is a screen we just painted a few minutes ago on the surface. So I'm going to come back in later on and just spack over those deep gouges in my screen, because this is actually just styrofoam too. Just to let you know, it's a styrofoam projection screen. You know, if you ever want to build a styrofoam projection screen, you know, it's a cheap way to do it. It's not expensive. And these are actually, this isn't one big piece of styrofoam. This is actual little squares of styrofoam all taped together. That's what that is right there. All right, so let's come out of here. And we are going to bring in the green screen, because I got to get that set up for the next demonstration. It's that green projection screen. As a matter of fact, I had a few people dubbed it Eagle Screen, which I told you, when football season starts up again, that's going to be a serious hot commodity here in Philadelphia, because that's green screen. I know plenty of people who had crazy setups in their homes that would love to have a green projection screen in their Eagles football den. Isn't that beautiful? Green. We had an army green, and then I wanted a more brighter green. That's what I like about lens shift. I love this right there. Well, if it's supposed to look so dark, Curtis came back in again. Curtis says Curtis. Wow, so he made so far, people, 3 accounts. Well, actually 2. He made 2 accounts already and came back in again to get blocked again. That is. All right, so let's go back over. This is the green screen we have now set up. Let's I'm gonna hook up the PS4 to this one. This is not going to be a part of this demonstration. I'm just getting set up for the next demonstration. So you're just going to watch me set up for the next demonstration right now. I'm going to go grab some breakfast, and then I'm going to, isn't that interesting? It's pulling blue. I'm gonna go get some breakfast, and then probably later on come in and finish, do a demonstration on this one. Let me see. I'm telling you, they're gonna come out with that game called, I don't know if you're if you're a zombie fan, those of you who play zombie games, the pretty majority, most of you guys probably are, ladies are, that play zombie games. But anyway, if you ever played a game called World War Z, it's kind of like Left 4 Dead on steroids. Oh man, it's freaking amazing, man. Someone today showed me how to get an upgrade for a drone. So you can use drones in that game to kill zombies. It is freaking amazing. Now, I've seen the game Back 4 Blood, which is supposed to be the Valve's new version of Left 4 Dead. It looks insane, but the only problem I have was that the weapon system looks exactly like the older game. It's just they upgraded just by a little bit, but it's the same selection of weapons. And they really need to do the same thing that World War Z is doing. They use World War Z weapons that they're using in Left 4 Blood. Oh, that game would be flawless. It would be absolutely flawless. They got enough time to change it. Eventually, if they don't, I'll just do what I do over here from time to time. I'll set up a dedicated server and just make a modded lobby for people just coming to play. Okay. My thoughts did I disconnect this correctly last night? There we go. See? You can see color. Green screen. It's reading color right now. It's a green protection screen. Reading color. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here real quick. I have much to do. This will be for the next video later on today. I am going to get something to eat, sit down and relax. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for your time. Have a wonderful day. Be safe out there, and God bless.